TLC has asked the Sister Wives cast the movie that best represents them. So buckle up, folks, because the tell-all is back and Kody has officially entered his Batman era. You heard me, Batman, as in Gotham City, capes, crime fighting, emotional trauma, the whole nine.
I got better. Okay, Batman.
Okay.
Batman returns. If you don't die the hero, you live long enough to become the villain.
Holy hairpiece, Batman. Aren't you precious? Let me stop you right there, because misquoting Batman doesn't automatically make you deep. Not even close. If that were the case, the 10-year-old cape-wearing kid who's walking through Costco's would be running a successful plural family already. That's not a thing. Kody's hero complex origin story explained. But let's give Kody a moment of context here, because once upon a time, and I know this might be a little hard to remember now, Kody did think he was the hero. And honestly, so did a lot of America. When the series first started, Kody and the Sister Wives family were a pop culture sensation. They were the new faces of modern polygamy, the kinder, gentler brand. Remember? They were just like you and me, but their family was just a little bit different. The only polygamists the general public were exposed to at the time were the Little House on the Prairie cosplayers that they kept parading around on the news during the Warren Jeffs trial. The Brown family went on daytime TV. They were interviewed on Oprah, popped up on Good Morning America. They were everywhere. For all intents and purposes, Kody became the polygamous version of an 80s sitcom dad. TLC, they practically handed him a Cosby sweater and said, go fix polygamy's PR problem. The show tried to be the Cosby Show of alternative lifestyles before we knew how bad that comparison would actually age, if you understand what I'm saying.
Tell Bill I said have a Coke and a smile and shut the f up.
See, back then, Kody was framed as the quirky patriarch, just trying to keep his big family together and running. So yeah, he thinks he was the hero because for a while he was. Or at least he was cast as one by TLC. The Dark Knight Misunderstood. So here we are on Tell All Part 1. And Kody drops this little cinematic gem as a mic drop explanation for why fans no longer see him as the father of the year.
But James, how do you know he's talking about the public image and not his family?
Like, this is what I hope. Because how sad would it be if you genuinely believed your family relationships deteriorated just because you were around too much?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
See, we had it wrong this whole time, y'all. Apparently, we've been making mistakes. See, I thought he was a neglectful, self-absorbed father. But apparently, he was just protecting them by staying away. Incredible.
Wrong.
Kody, you're a parent. You're not plutonium. Prison is full of people with plutonium-type parents. People who stayed away. And by the way, this isn't what they meant when they said that you were toxic.
You're gonna learn today.
All these years, I thought he just pieced out emotionally and physically because of selfishness. But now, whoa, I get it. Those dads who left for bread, milk, and cigarettes and never came home, unsung heroes. Yup, guardians of the emotional realm, sacrificing connection so no one has to suffer their radioactive dad vibes. I mean, that's the thing, right?
Hello, it's Daddy. Hey, darling, put Mommy on the phone. Yeah, Barbara, it's Richie. Yeah, look, I ain't never coming home no more. Take it easy.
You serious?
That's stupid.
Kody's Batman delusion. In this case, they're keeping themselves away to hide the truth about who they are and what they really believe. But here's the thing. You're either an ass because your kids see it, or you're an ass because you abandoned them. Pick your legacy. Which one is it? I can't choose. It's crazy time. How does this align with Batman? How in the world is this like The Dark Knight Rises? Batman in that film chose to be hated by the city to save the city. Not chose to abandon the city for a pretty shy wife and a brand new Benz. That's not a thing. So let's put that to bed. He's talking about us, the fan base. Kody Translation Zone?
It's not me. It's the fans. I've just been around too long, and now people are unfairly turning against me.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's it. See, it has nothing to do with the crumbling family, 4 broken marriages, your screaming matches, or the emotional equivalent of nuclear fallout every time you enter a room with a look on your face that says, I've just been knifed in the kidneys. That has nothing to do with it. No. Couldn't possibly be those things. It just must be that the fans got bored and turned on you like you're the new iPhone update that wound up costing them $3,500 and they family photos. That's probably what it is. Dark Knight? You mean Dark Don't? Let's go back to the actual movie for a second, because I don't think Kody actually watched The Dark Knight Rises. Or if he did, he misunderstood the assignment entirely. Probably stopped right after the quote to marvel at how heroic and brave it sounded. To be clear, when Batman said that line, he wasn't whining about being misunderstood on social media. He was talking about shouldering the burden of his city's pain. He was saying he'd willingly be seen as the villain if it meant protecting the people of Gotham. I think Kody got stuck on the shiny shit of Batman. You know, Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, is a billionaire playboy, one of the smartest and most resourceful people in comic books. Kody, he's scared of poverty, terrified of wives leaving him faster than a Vegas timeshare pitch. And he can't figure out how to cut down a damn tree without dropping it on his own house. Hint, call an insured professional. You call professionals to watch your kids. I don't know why you wouldn't call a professional to cut down a damn tree. Like, when we look at it, Bruce Wayne trained with ninjas and built a crime-fighting empire in a dang-gone cave. Founding member of the Justice League. Kody couldn't figure out Christmas and blames COVID for his failed relationships. This man isn't the Dark Knight. He's the dim twinkle. Batmobile and sidekick Robyn. And let's talk about that shiny new convertible Mustang Benz AMG for a second. Kody's version of the Batmobile. Except instead of fighting crime, it's mostly used to speed away from accountability and do donuts in Robyn's driveway. Meanwhile, Batman used his ride to protect Gotham. Kody just uses his ride to make sure that he's out of town before another adult child tries to schedule another heart-to-heart. And of course, no Batmobile is complete without a sidekick. Enter Robins. Together, they form the Dingbat duo. Robyn's specialty, as the superb sidekick that she is, instead of fighting villains, she's out there fighting return policies on Amazon and making sure that any narrative that doesn't crown her as the queen of the family unit and of course not responsible for the family falling apart is quickly taken down and brought to justice. Here's the full quote for those keeping score at home.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And you're not. I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be.
Batman was choosing to become the scapegoat. He sacrificed his reputation, his identity, and nearly his life to protect a greater good. Kody, on the other hand, sacrificed his relationship with his kids because someone made his favorite wife feel uncomfortable and they hurt her feelings. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo, playing the smallest violin in the world.
Winning.
Batman disappeared into the shadows. Kody disappeared into Robyn's couch.
I thought I saw a putty cat. I did saw a putty cat.
What about the Cloak of Charity? The translation for the Cloak of Charity is simply this. My wives used to lie for me, but now they don't. And it's very inconvenient. And it makes me feel bad. And I don't like it.
That's the fact, Jack! That's a fact, Jack!
For years, the other wives helped sell this narrative that Kody was loving, quirky, energetic, present, with a full head of hair and even full of heart. That's when the fans flipped.
Damn.
Not because of overexposure or being around too long, but because the image cracked. And what we saw underneath wasn't a Gotham savior. It was a little man terrified of being held accountable.
Emotional damage.
So no, Kody, not at all. You didn't live too long in the public eye. You just finally ran out of wives to blame and production assistants to edit out all the trauma and tantrums that you used to throw on the set.
No. Tell the whole world. Tell the world. And then go hang out with your buddy Christine. Tell the world how I've lied, how I've manipulated, how I've done you wrong.
You're not Batman. You're the guy who watched The Dark Knight Rises and thought, wow, that's totally me. Except for I'm not protecting anyone, and I will burn Gotham to the ground while I'm looting a family fund with a trusted sidekick, ShopYN Robyn, whose mama told her to use what she got to get what she want. And together you got Bad Dad and Robyn, aka the dynamic dimwits.
What did he say?
That's it for today's breakdown of Tell All Part 1. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below with your favorite moment where Kody compares himself and confuses himself with a comic book character. Because let's face it, next week, he'll probably quote Thanos saying that breaking up the family was inevitable. Until then, stay sane, stay safe, stay salty, and remember, just because you say you're Batman and use one of his quotes doesn't mean that you are Batman. If anything, Kody quoting Batman feels more Joker-coded, chaotic energy, messy plans, blaming society, and leaving a trail of emotional debris all over the place for other people to clean up than anything else that we've seen as far as the Caped Crusader is concerned. The only thing he's mastered is reducing the Brown family population down to 7.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But then again, Kody, why so serious?
Let's put a smile on that face.
That's my take. I'm James. This has been my take on reality, and I'm out.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die.